It all started with a wiggly tooth. Not just any tooth, me first real loose tooth. I'd been waiting forever for it to fall out. My best friend Jake had already lost 6. My big sister teased me every day. But finally, it happened right after dinner on a Tuesday night. I was brushing my teeth when I felt it really move. I gave it a twist and pop, it came right out. Blood, excitement, and a weird sense of pride filled my chest. I ran to Mom holding my tiny white treasure. "Congratulations, champ," she said, giving me a high five. "Better put it under your pillow. The tooth fairy won't want to miss this one." I didn't waste time. I placed it carefully in a tissue and tucked it under my pillow. I even wrote a note that said, "Dear Tooth Fairy, this is my first tooth. Please handle with care. Also, if possible, I'd like a silver coin. Thank you, Max." Then I went to bed and dreamed of flying fairies and sparkly treasure chests. But when I woke up the next morning, something wasn't right. The tissue was gone, the note was half burnt, and under my pillow, instead of a shiny coin, was a strange green slime. "What the?" I sniffed it. It smelled like burnt marshmallows and socks. Gross. "Mom!" I yelled, running to the kitchen. "The tooth fairy didn't come. Someone left goo." But she just laughed. "Sounds like you got pranked by the slime fairy." Hilarious. I went to school confused and annoyed. But things got even weirder when Jake told me his cousin, who lived in another town, also had slime under his pillow after losing a tooth. "Same green goo?" I asked. Jake nodded. "And no money, just this weird buzzing in the air that night. His dog went crazy." We both looked at each other. Something was definitely going on. That night, I was ready. I had a plan. I loosened another tooth during gym class. Don't ask how. Then I did everything the cemetishu, pillow, note. But this time, I set a trap. I rigged my old science fair camera to face my bed. Infrared mode. On. Motion detection. Ready. I even left out a slice of pizza in case the intruder was hungry. Then I pretended to sleep. Around 2:37 a.m., it happened. A strange blue light filled my room. I stayed still, breathing slow, heart racing. And then I heard them squishy, squeaky footsteps. Something giggled in a voice that sounded like a rubber duck underwater. I peeked through one eye. There were aliens in my room, 2 of them, greenish pink, with big eyes and floating helmets. They hovered a foot off the floor and smelled like jelly beans and engine oil. One of them held my tooth and was scanning it with a weird fork-shaped gadget. The other was eating the pizza. "Zog, we have a prime specimen," said the taller alien. "Delicious enamel structure," squeaked the other one. I gasped. They turned. "The human is awake." Everything flashed. My whole room glowed with purple light. The pizza floated, the bed rattled, my hair stood up like a porcupine. I was lifted into the air. "Hey!" I shouted. "That's my tooth!" The aliens blinked at me. "Your dental material is very valuable to us. We come from planet Molaronia. We require human baby teeth to power our spaceships." "Wait, what?" They nodded. "Baby teeth contain pure unworn energy. It is our only fuel source." "Why not just ask?" "We did. You called it a fairy. We thought it was a trade system." He blinked. "You thought the tooth fairy was real?" They blinked back. "She is." Before I could even ask, the wall shimmered, and a winged creature with a clipboard zoomed into my room. She had laser glasses and a glitter jetpack. "Who approved this pickup?" she barked. "This zone is under Tooth Fairy Union protection. You can't just extract fuel from a registered child." The aliens looked guilty. "We thought this tooth was free range." Protocol breach again. "I'm docking your slime privileges for a week." She turned to me. "Sorry about that, kid. Intergalactic licensing issues. Here, take this for the trouble." She handed me a giant golden coin the size of a donut. "Wow, is this worth a lot?" "Only on Mars, but it glows in the dark." Then she snapped her fingers, and just like that, boom, everything vanished. I was back in bed, camera fried, pizza gone. But in my hand, the coin still glowed. The next morning, I told Jake everything. He didn't believe me until I showed him the coin. Whoa, that's real. Told you. So, aliens collect baby teeth to power spaceships? Yep. Are they coming back? I grinned. Let's just say I've got a mouthful of fuel. We high-fived, and from that day on, every time a tooth got loose, I made sure to leave out pizza, set the camera, and write 2 notes sewn for the fairy and 1 for the aliens. Because in this house, we don't waste a good tooth, especially when there's a universe out there that runs on smiles. The end. Fun twist. 1 week later, my little sister lost her first tooth. She put it under her pillow. In the morning, she didn't find a coin. She found a tiny spaceship sticker and a note that said, "Thank you for fueling the future. Zog, bleep." She ran screaming through the house. Now she believes me too.